There have been some weird off-the-field injuries in baseball, and some with bigger-name players. Former Giants pitcher Matt Cain once hurt himself making a sandwich. Seriously. While making a ham and cheese sandwich, Cain dropped his knife and cut his finger. Not ideal. Royals catcher Salvador Perez tore his MCL while carrying his luggage. Carlos Correa broke his ribs while getting a massage. Sammy Sosa sprained a ligament in his lower back because he sneezed very hard. Will Smith, back when he was in Milwaukee with the Brewers, tore his lateral collateral ligament because he was taking off his shoes. I mean, the list just goes on and on with some of these ridiculous injuries to occur over the years. Most recently, Fernando Tatis Jr. injured his wrist in a motorcycle accident back in the Dominican Republic. And nothing good has really happened for him since as far as on the field stuff goes, because he literally has not played a single game due to the injury before getting suspended for using a banned drug. That seemed to be the dumbest and most careless injury as far as recent history went. But we now have a topper, and something to add on to the all-time list as well. 2022 has not been too kind for Aroldis Chapman. Aroldis Chapman used to easily be the best and most dominant reliever in baseball. From 2012 to 2016, it wasn't even close. In those 5 years, Chapman pitched 313 and 2/3 innings with a 1.84 ERA, 546 strikeouts, a 15.7 strikeouts per 9 ratio, all while recording 181 saves. It was incredible, as Chapman was somebody who became virtually untouchable on the mound. He was big, intimidating, threw hard, struck guys out, and was the perfect prototype closer for the Reds, Yankees, and Cubs throughout those years. Ever since rejoining the Yankees in 2017, Chapman hasn't been quite as dominant as he was prior to that, but he's still been great. From 2017 through 2021, Aroldis Chapman threw 226 and 2/3 innings with a 2.82 ERA, striking out 366 hitters and recording 124 saves. Unfortunately, Chapman doesn't have the greatest reputation for being a postseason pitcher. It's not that he's necessarily been that bad, per se, because his numbers are actually good overall, but when you give up one of the more famous World Series home runs in history, famous or infamous depending on how you look at it, walk-off home runs in postseason history, and then the Mike Brasso Revenge Tour go-ahead home run in Game 5 of 2020, you're not going to have the greatest reputation when it comes to closing important games. Nonetheless, heading into 2022, Chapman still had the arm and potential to become one of the best again, but in reality, quite the opposite has taken place. To put it simply, Aroldis Chapman has been bad in 2022, and as far from reliable as one can be. In just over 30 innings this season, Chapman has pitched to a 4.70 ERA, is striking out a significant less amount of hitters, and has put up a negative wins above replacement this year. That means he would be more productive if he didn't pitch at all rather than doing what he's done this season. It's been bad. The Yankees have been saved, at least for the first part of the year, by relievers Clay Holmes, Wandy Peralta, Lucas Ludwig, Michael King, and Clark Schmidt doing the dirty work rather than Chapman, but it's still an issue. Clay Holmes hasn't been the same pitcher for a while now compared to what he was in the first 3 months or so, and has been dealing with an injury as of late. Michael King had his season end due to having a fractured elbow, and overall it has been a good bullpen, no doubt, but one that can most certainly use a guy like Aroldis Chapman. Well, that ain't happening, at least for now. And that's because Aroldis Chapman is out due to an injury. What kind of an injury? One he suffered from getting a tattoo. After getting a recent tattoo procedure, Chapman started to have pain in his leg, pain that did not get any better. According to Yankees manager Aaron Boone, Chapman was available leading up to Thursday's game against the Athletics in Oakland, but began feeling soreness shortly before the first pitch. Since then, it has gotten worse, with enough discomfort to keep Chapman back at the team hotel, now getting put on the 15-day injured list. The pain is due to an infection stemming from the tattoo procedure on his leg. Yikes. If you're gonna get a tattoo, be very careful when you get it, or you might just end up like Aroldis Chapman. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.